Hello guys, welcome back to the Brute Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about a coin that is one of my favorite tokens, especially because of the fact that it's a part of an ecosystem that is about to explode. And this token or the project is called Karura or the car token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects that we cover on our channel. For this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website akala.network/Karura in order to learn more about this project, right? So, what is Karura? So, in order to talk about Karura and provide a peripheral information, I'm going to basically rely on the information presented on CoinMarketCap's page in order to provide you guys with a quick information that will help you guys to do your own research before you invest in this token, right? So, again, going back to the question, what is Karura? Karura is an all-in-one DeFi hub and stablecoin platform built on Kusama and integrated onto Polkadot. Karura was created by the Akala network, which has won 4 Web3 Foundation grants and founded the Substrate Developer Academy. So, this is this is the first project that ever got a Parachain slot auction on the Kusama blockchain. So if you guys don't know what Kusama is or what Polkadot is, then I have covered those coins and platforms in my channel. So please check that out first. But overall, Kusama is a blockchain that obviously aims to scale and offer like decentralized blockchain services where smart contracts can be built on top of them. But the best thing about Kusama is that it's basically a carbon copy of Polkadot, which is another blockchain system that's created by Dr. Gavin Wood. And the only difference between Kusama and Polkadot is that Kusama is an unaudited version of Polkadot, right? But Kusama is basically a canary network or a test net for Polkadot. And in order to make things work on Polkadot, things will be first run on Kusama. So this year we had our first Parachain slot auction sets, which happened for a couple of weeks. I believe it's still going on, but overall a bunch of projects got accepted to become a part of the Kusama Parachain slot auction, and the first ever Parachain slot auction was awarded to Karura, and again it's one of the most popular projects in the Kusama Polkadot ecosystem, right? So Karura, similar to Kusama, is a test version of another project called Akala Network, which was initially being planned to be launched on Polkadot. And the thing is, since Polkadot Parachain auctions aren't live yet, they are basically they basically created a carbon copy version, and that carbon copy version is basically Karura, right? And this is on the Kusama blockchain. So the team that created Akala network is the same team that's behind Karura, right? So it's basically the same project. And since Karura exists on the Kusama blockchain, and Kusama and Polkadot have pretty much the same blockchain structures, Kusama will become interoperable with Polkadot sometime in the future, and therefore Karura will also be interoperable with Polkadot, which is going to be a huge thing for Karura, right? So here they have also stated that this project has won 4 Web3 Foundation grants. Again, by this project, I'm not really saying that the Karura project itself, I'm talking about the Akala network itself, who basically created Karura, have won 4 Web3 Foundation grants and also founded the Substrate Developer Academy in order to bolster developments on the Kusama and Polkadot ecosystem, right? So to learn more about this project, check out our deep dive of Karura, which is again something that you guys definitely need to do, because it is a project that could be definitely confused and also something that you guys may easily miss if you haven't been following things on Kusama and Polkadot projects, right? So both Karura and Akala are backed by multiple funds, including Coinbase Ventures, Pantera Capital, Parachain Capital, and Hypersphere. Karura and Akala operate in parallel. Specifically, Karura is implementing DeFi on Kusama in the same way that Akala is offering DeFi on Polkadot. The network is built with almost the same code base as Akala. The two platforms provide scalable, convenient, and fast DeFi cross-chain ecosystems for Kusama and Polkadot. Again, there's a lot of information in this paragraph to uncover, and I'm going to try to break down some of the most important things. So, again, the most important thing that you need to understand about Karura is that it's a project along with Akala. Again, Karura and Akala are both basically the same thing, right? It's just that they both run in Polkadot and Kusama blockchains respectively, but overall both of them basically refer to the same thing. So both of them are projects created by the same company. Karura and Akala are projects that are backed by Coinbase Ventures and Pantera Capital. Again, Coinbase Ventures basically is the investment arm for Coinbase. They invest in projects, and ultimately the goal is for those projects to be listed on Coinbase, right? So we all know what happens to projects that get listed on Coinbase. Firstly, they pump super hard immediately after the announcement, and secondly, they may potentially get a Binance listing following up, because again, any project that is listed on Coinbase has an extremely high chance of being listed on Binance as well, right? Because the quality of the project is already kind of vetted out by Coinbase, so it's pretty easy for Binance to list it, right? So those two factors alone say a lot about this project. And the second, big venture capital who has invested in Karura as well as Akala is Pantera Capital. Pantera Capital is one of the largest venture capitals and the most popular venture capitals that have invested in several crypto projects, including, I don't have any at the back of my head, I believe Matic, Aave, and so on and so forth, right? So several projects. So Pantera Capital getting into DeFi and investing in projects such as Karura and Akala definitely show the quality of Karura and Akala projects, and also show that they have a high chance of performing extremely well in the long term, right? And apart from that, there's also other funds that have invested as well, Parachain Capital and Hypersphere. Both of them are also, kind of like a relatively less popular, but they're also, venture capitals that have an interest with Karura. And the main thing about Karura that you need to understand is that Karura is a project that runs parallel with Akala, right? And Karura basically aims to implement DeFi on the Kusama blockchain, while Akala is aiming to offer DeFi services on the Polkadot blockchain. That's basically the main difference, right? The network is built with almost the same code base, which means they both will become interoperable in the future. It's going to be a huge deal. And since they're built on some of the most exciting blockchains in 2021, which is Polkadot and Kusama, they have extremely high scalability, they're extremely convenient to use, fast transaction speeds, low transaction costs, and cross-chain interoperability not only between Kusama and Polkadot, but also potentially with several other blockchains, many of them including obviously Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. I believe Matic would also be something that they would want to be interoperable with, and so on and so forth, right? So again, lots of positives with this project, and it's a project that I definitely have my eye on. Parachain Karura is a platform that allows users to create effective, low-cost, and complex financial applications, saving time and increasing trading efficiency. Again, this is something that we already discussed. They basically are leveraging Kusama's kind of like scalability and modern blockchain features to kind of like leverage DeFi services to Kusama, right? The platform itself provides a multi-collateralized stablecoin backed by cross-chain assets such as KUSD, a trustless staking derivative called Liquid KSM, and an automated market maker decentralized exchange for unlocking liquidity and supporting financial innovations. Again, just like any DeFi platform, they basically want to be the all-in-one DeFi platform that has its own stablecoin which is backed by multi-collateral assets. And this stablecoin is basically called KUSD for Karura USD. And they also have a decentralized staking derivatives, platform called Liquid KSM, which kind of like enables, staked KSM to be used in a liquid manner in the DeFi platform itself. So that's a good thing for people who staked KSM. And you also have a decentralized exchange within the Kusama ecosystem, right? And they also allow for lots of innovations to be developed on top of them, which is going to be a huge deal, right? So moving to the founders of Karura, again, since most of the terminology would be related to Akala network, just understand that Akala and Karura are basically the same thing, so don't get confused, right? So Karura was founded by the same team that was behind Akala network. I'm going to butcher these names. So Arsu, Bete Chan, and Brian Chen. So again, these are some of the founders of Karura, who are also a part of the Akala network. Arsu is a co-founder of Akala and current CEO of Laminar Protocol. Prior to that, he was the CTO of Centrality. Su is an award-winning software engineer, entrepreneur, investor, and advisor to tech companies and startups. Again, a lot of backgrounds when it comes to engineering, software engineering, entrepreneurship, as well as investments. And B. Chen is a co-founder at Akala Network and the COO at Laminar. She is an experienced product manager and entrepreneur. Chen holds academic degrees in software engineering and business, such as MBA. She has 10 years of experience managing products in the fields of software and high technology. Again, B. Chen, again, it seems like it's a female co-founder, so kudos to them. Also has a lot of experience in software development, as well as kind of like business and so on and so forth, right? Brian Chen, again, another B. Chen here, is another co-founder at Akala. He's also the co-founder and CTO of Laminar. Chen is also a major contributor to the Substrate code base and Polkadot ambassadors. Again, as you see, most of these founders have some form of connection with Laminar. So again, that's also something that's interesting. I'm not really sure whether Laminar is the company that's behind Akala, but all of them are associated with Laminar as well. So again, they all have a lot of knowledge and experience. So if you want to find them on LinkedIn and see some of their other projects, that will also be a do your own research project, right? So again, what makes Karura unique? So again, one of the main questions that will be asked is, again, there's 1,001 cryptocurrencies. In fact, there's more than that. Amongst those cryptocurrencies, why would I choose Karura, right? So here are some of the points why Karura is unique and why you need to have a look into it. So all developments and technological updates made by the Kala team will always be delivered to Karura before any other Polkadot platforms. Thus, Karura users will be amongst the first to take advantage of the latest DeFi technologies. Again, within the Polkadot Kusama ecosystem, as we discussed, any developments or any updates that will happen on the Polkadot ecosystem will happen on the Kusama ecosystem first before it can be like implemented on Polkadot, because Polkadot is aiming to be this kind of a controlled, regulated and battle-tested strategies are used. But Kusama is kind of this wild west of the Polkadot ecosystem. And similarly, Akala, which is a Polkadot project that aims to become a parachain on the Polkadot blockchain, has deployed Karura on the Kusama blockchain, so that any updates or any kind of information that has to be changed in the Akala network can first go through the Karura platform that happens to be in the Kusama blockchain, right? Again, I'm throwing a lot of words here, but at the end of the video, I'll try to summarize everything so that you guys can understand. But overall, they're basically stating that if you are looking forward to enjoying DeFi on the Akala network, you basically have an opportunity to test it out before all Akala fans can try it by testing it in Karura, which is in the Kusama blockchain, right? So apart from that, Karura offers a stable coin, which is a Karura dollar or KUSD, which maintains a 1:1 peg to the value of the US dollar. This removes the need to send KSM tokens to Binance because users can safely swap KSM to a stable coin or to other assets such as Bitcoin. Again, I'm not really fully understanding what they're trying to say in the second part of the paragraph, but I'll try to summarize it to the best of my ability. So again, one other reason why you need to look into Karura is that it's a fully, kind of like mature platform in the sense that it has an all-in-one DeFi ecosystem where it has its own DEX, it has its own stablecoin, it has its own liquid KSM, it has its own other kind of projects that will kind of build on top of it. So it's a robust ecosystem that's self-sustaining, right? And since there will be more and more Parachain slot auctions that will happen in the upcoming years, a lot of those will eventually be, in fact, all of them will be interoperable with Karura, right? But apart from that, I'm not really sure about the second point, which I believe is not necessarily a valid reason to invest in Karura. But they're stating that instead of like taking your Kusama to Binance, you can use the decentralized exchange on Karura to change your, Kusama tokens to KUSD and kind of like store value, right? Or lock in your profits if you want to trade or whatever, right? But again, that's obviously a good feature, but at the same time, it's not necessarily a good reason to invest in Karura just because you have this decentralized exchange that can help you convert your KSM to KUSD, right? But I'll leave it there. But if you see the next paragraph here, Karura also provides a liquidity protocol for Kusama or KSM tokens if you don't want to participate in auctions, but still aim to receive staking rewards. However, users will have to wait 7 days to unfreeze the tokens. Users can leverage the liquidity protocol and swap KSM to LKSM. This token will include the annual percentage yield that you receive, and most importantly, it will be liquid, making the staking itself liquid. So again, this is probably the main reason why people would probably invest in or look into the Karura platform itself and the CAR token itself, right? So the thing is, there is a very complicated procedure where if you have Kusama tokens, you can basically stake them in the Kusama blockchain and earn staking rewards, right? If you want to participate in crowd loans, you can basically give up your Kusama. By give up, I mean, I think I spoke too soon. It's not give up. You basically are loaning your KSM tokens for a temporary period of time, which could be a few, I believe at least 2 years or 1 year or something like that. But you can basically loan your KSM tokens in order to get the tokens from the projects that are in the crowd loan. Let's say, for example, if you participated in the Karura kind of like a Karura's crowd loan auction, for every KSM that you loan, they'll give you a set number of KAR tokens or CAR tokens, right? Again, you're basically not buying CAR tokens, you're basically loaning your KSM in return for CAR, which after the lock period, your KSM will be returned back to you, which means you'll have both KSM and CAR tokens simultaneously, right? That's one other way, right, to receive CAR tokens. Another way to make money on the Kusama blockchain based on what they're saying here right now is basically if you want to make money with your KSM, you can stake your KSM and through Karura, you'll be able to redeem your KSM in the form of liquid KSM, which is basically a tokenized version of KSM that states that you basically have your Kusama tokens staked, but you have a receipt such as LKSM or liquid KSM that you can still use to participate in DeFi within the Karura blockchain, right? So bear in mind that while you're using your liquid KSM, your underlying KSM is still earning you passive income because it's staked, right? So you're basically earning staking rewards, and you're making your staked KSM liquid within the Karura platform, thereby making it a fully lucrative option for people who want to stake KSM and also earn more rewards through liquid KSM DeFi yields, right? Again, if you find this extremely complicated, I suggest you guys to go to their website and read about this. It's a very interesting phenomenon that's definitely going to bring a lot of adoption, because you can earn some really good passive income on a consistent basis, not only by staking KSM, but also by using your liquid KSM in DeFi platforms, right? Within the Karura blockchain. Karura has a wallet that supports different coins. The platform also supports non-fungible tokens, integrated bridges, REN BTC, Polka BTC, the ability to borrow, and various oracles. Again, this system or this kind of blockchain or platform is loaded with features, because if you see, apart from having all those features that we already discussed right now, Karura comes with its own wallet, which means it supports not only Karura token but also multiple other coins, because in this day and age, if you create a wallet, you basically have to make sure that it supports a lot of coins. Otherwise, you're going to lose the competition. So Karura has basically done that, right? Karura's wallet can support a lot of cryptocurrencies, and the best thing about Karura is that it's not just a DeFi platform. You can also buy and sell NFTs or non-fungible tokens, and also on top of that, if you wanna bring your bitcoins into the Karura DeFi platform, you can basically use the REN BTC, REN bridge, to make your BTC into REN BTC, or you can even use the REN bridge to make your BTC into a Polka BTC, which means you're basically locking your BTC in the REN platform and unlocking it on the other side as Polka BTC, which you can use on the Polkadot and Kusama ecosystem, right? That's very cool. And it's also planning to bring in borrowing and lending similar to Aave, and several oracles such as Chainlink and several other platforms, right? So again, it's a loaded blockchain in of itself. So one of the main advantages of Karura offers is the ability to execute hundreds of DeFi strategies without leaving the platform. You can use cross-chain tokens like BTC and ETH to issue a self-service loan in KUSD. They can also earn fees by providing liquidity to the Karura DEX. Furthermore, users will receive rewards and benefits with an unlocked and liquid KSM staking derivative by simply maintaining liquidity while staking. So again, this is also one of the main plus points of using Karura, because not only can you do all of the things that we discussed right now, you can also execute hundreds of DeFi strategies without having to leave the platform, right? Which means instead of trying to use MakerDAO to lock your ETH and earn or to mint DAI, and use that DAI in Aave to earn additional interest, and then take the DAI that you staked in Aave to another platform, and try to do a lot of things within the ecosystem, which will consume gas fees, a lot of gas fees. In fact, you can basically use Karura as this one-stop shop for all things DeFi, right? And also, you can lock tokens like BTC and ETH in order to get a loan in KUSD. And apart from that, you can use the Karura DEX. You can also receive rewards and benefits by unlocked and liquid KSM staking derivatives, and also provide liquidity on the Karura DEX as well, right? So you have lots of ways to make passive income on a consistent basis. Some of them riskier, some of them less riskier. So you basically have a lot of option with Karura, right? To sum up, the Karura DeFi hub on Kusama offers liquid KSM staking, a decentralized exchange, an algorithmic stablecoin, and a fixed car token supply. So again, this is all what you get when you invest into Karura. You're basically investing into a platform that's an all-in-one DeFi platform. You are getting staking rewards, you're getting decentralized exchange, algorithmic stablecoin, and so on and so forth, right? This platform is extremely loaded. So again, now is the important question. If you see, how is the Karura network secured? So Karura doesn't support smart contracts, but relies on the Ethereum virtual machine for security. By launching on Kusama, Karura also enjoys access to Kusama's plug-and-play security systems. Again, so this is something that I'm not fully sure about, because I was under the impression that Karura can support smart contracts, but what CoinMarketCap is stating is it can't. So again, I'll let it for you guys to do your own research, but it's definitely Ethereum virtual machine compatible or EVM compatible, right? That I can say for sure. But the main important thing is you basically are, when it comes to security, you're relying on the security of the Kusama blockchain, right? And Kusama blockchain also is quite new. It has a robust security mechanism and aims to kind of like be a leader. Obviously, since Kusama is a playground for anything that will eventually become a reality on Polkadot, there can be a lot of mistakes that can be made on Kusama, and therefore Kusama's projects, including Karura, can definitely be extremely high risk because since it's an unaudited project, unaudited platform, which is Kusama. If something bad happens, then you are at a risk of losing a lot of money, especially when you've invested a lot of money, right? So be very careful with that. So although Kusama's network is very, like, I wouldn't say extremely secure, I would say very secure, because again, it's still a very new blockchain. There could be some security issues we may not know, but at the same time, it's a platform that's definitely most anticipated, and I think the team at Kusama are delivering it on time. And similarly, like Karura as well, it's a project that the Akala team is working on, and I think if there's any issues with the coding itself within Karura or even Kusama, I think the entire system can technically crumble, right? But I'm not really worried about that because I feel like this has some of the brightest and the biggest minds working on it, and I'm pretty sure that the security wouldn't be an issue, right? So that's my quick overview. If you want to go to the website, you can clearly see their entire platform here. And again, these are some of the main ecosystem tokens like KUST, LKSM as a decentralized exchange. You can read all about Kusama here. You can also see some of the detailed information about liquid KSM, KUST, and so on and so forth. So micro gas fee is accepted in any token, which is a cool thing. So if you want to access dApps or platforms in Kusama, you can basically bring your own gas, right? Which means you don't really have to pay your gas in KSM tokens, which is a good thing. Car, again, powering Karura. So it's a token that powers the entire Karura ecosystem. Here are some of the benefits, and they're basically a sister project of Akala. So again, not really surprising at all. Here are the teams that we discussed right now. So overall, I think they have some really skilled individuals working on it. So you can basically kind of see the different staff and kind of see some of their past works that they've done, right? So if you see, the contributing team is basically Polka Wallet as well as Laminar, and backers include Panthera Capital, Berkeley Blockchain, Web3 Foundation, Coin Fund, Hypersphere, Autonomy, Republic. So many projects, including Coinbase Ventures, which is a big one. I'm surprised Binance Research hasn't invested in this project, but I'm pretty sure that in the future Binance will definitely invest in several Kusama and Polkadot projects. But overall, that's that on the website. So we're going back to the coin market cap page for Karura. Karura is currently ranked 2,614, which is way behind numerous tokens in ranking, and it's currently trading at $7.44 at the time of making this video, with a 9.96%, close to 10% decrease in the past 24 hours. Again, it is a very volatile token, so please bear extreme caution. So the market cap information has this red triangle button, which means it cannot be verified because it's not as accurate as we think. But I believe that the token market cap could be somewhere between 100 to $200 million in market cap, but since it's decreasing, probably it could break below the $100 million in market cap, right? But if you see, the most important point is that this token has a max supply of 100 million tokens, which means it has a fixed supply, and after all of the tokens are in circulation, there will be no more new tokens that will be minted, right? Unless the team feels that they would have to do that. But I don't see that happening for now. But if you see the circulating supply, again, this is also contested because it's not updated on a regular basis. So for now, let's consider the information presented on screen, which is about 32.4 million tokens out of the 100 million tokens are kind of in circulation. which means about 32.4% of the total token supply is in circulation, right? So again, a pretty good equitable number. 100 million tokens is my kind of like in my Goldilocks zone for the max token supply, which I would like to see, because scarcity would play a very important role in token appreciation, and I want to see that, right? So this meets my criteria. The circulating supply is quite decent for a very new project, right? And if you see the price graph itself, the tokens information for prices available since July 20th of 2021, which is this year, and basically like the token was initially trading at $4.16, and immediately after people got their tokens, they started dumping, and the token kind of like slumped to $3.57 before going back to the $4.80. And then it's been pretty much moving sideways since then, but until July 29th, the token was pretty stable. But then the token started rallying upwards, and it's starting to set higher highs and higher lows, which means the token is kind of bouncing in the upward direction, which is a good sign, because the token is kind of like moving in the bullish trend right now with its current price of $7.60 or 49 cents. I think this token can easily continue to move in the upward direction, provided lots of people are getting to know about the Kusama blockchain and are willing to use this platform, right? So that's, I feel like, is a good price point. But I feel like if you're looking to buy this token, I'd probably suggest waiting, because I think you may probably get a good deal to buy this token at somewhere around $6 to like $7 range. But I believe that somewhere between $5 to $6 range, because that will be a good dollar cost averaging entering strategy, right? If you take the Bitcoin comparator, on the other hand, the token has performed slightly better than the dollar comparative. The initial token price was about 11,950 satoshis per token before crashing down to about 11. I believe this is basically like, I think 11,300-ish, 11,200-ish kind of price point before rallying back up towards the relative highs of about close to, I think, 15,000 satoshis per token. And then since then, their Bitcoin comparative was going downwards, and it reached a lower point, in fact its all-time lows, at 12,300 satoshis before rallying back up. Again, as you can see from the Bitcoin comparator as well, this token is setting up higher highs and higher lows. But if you want to buy this token at this price point, I would suggest you to buy it maybe below the 15,000 satoshis mark, which will be a good dollar cost averaging strategy, right? So both in the Bitcoin as well as dollar comparative, it doesn't seem like the token is in a good price zone right now. Again, although you can clearly see that the top right corner says that price is decreasing in the period of 24 hours, I'm not going to use that as a means to buy this token, right? I'm going to look at some other characteristics as well of the chart. In fact, fundamental analysis as well as technical analysis are all very important as well, right? But overall, I believe that this token is an extremely good quality project that has an extremely high potential to grow. But when it comes to buying this token at this price point, I wouldn't really personally buy this token at this price point. I will probably wait for this token to go a little bit lower, and then maybe start dollar cost averaging from there, right? So what's my final verdict on this token? I think Karura has set a new record by being the world's first Kusama blockchain's Parachain holder, which is something that's going to drive a lot of adoption, because if people start realizing about Kusama and Polkadot, I think there'll be a lot of Parachain slot winners, but I think only a few would stick in people's minds, and that I believe one of the token would be Karura, right? So I have very high hopes for both the Karura as well as Akala platforms, and also just like how I have a high regards for like Polkadot as well as Kusama blockchains. But it's going to be a matter of time before this token gets listed on Coinbase, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen very soon. That the token price would probably start pumping maybe somewhere between the $10 to $15 range, right? Which is something that's a good short-term expectation for this token. But in the long run, depending on how well the platform performs, including the entire Karura as well as Kusama as well as the Polkadot blockchains as well, right? It's going to be very competitive, but let's see how that goes. Overall, my long-term price prediction for this token is somewhere between $25 to $30 per token, or even higher than that, right? But my short-term price potential for this price prediction for this token is easily like $10 to $15 per token, easily, right? By the end of this bull run. Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.